I found out my wife had been lying to me for 3 years. Not about an affair, not about debt, about a son. A 20-year-old son she gave birth to when she was 18, and I only discovered him at our wedding reception. If you want to see how this ends, hit that subscribe button right now. You won't believe where this goes. Let me back up. My name is David. I'm 47. And yes, the rumors are true. I'm worth about $1.2 billion. Made it in real estate development. Started flipping houses at 23, built my first commercial property at 26, and never looked back. Money changes people. I learned that early. Everyone wants something. A loan, an investment, a partnership. So I kept my circle small, trusted no one. I'd been married once before, divorced at 39, no kids, threw myself into work for years. Until I met Sarah. She was different, 38, a nurse at a free clinic in the Bronx. Didn't know who I was when we met at a charity fundraiser, didn't care when she found out. She loved me for me, not my portfolio. We dated for 2 years. She never asked for anything extravagant, never posted about me on social media. She had boundaries with my money, insisted on paying her half of dates, refused expensive gifts. I thought I'd finally found someone real. We got married in a small ceremony in Sonoma, 50 guests. Her side was small. She said her family was complicated. I didn't push. Mine was just my sister and a few close friends. At the reception, during the dancing, a young man approached us. Early 20s, tall, had Sarah's eyes. He hugged her, called her mom. I laughed, thought it was a joke, some cousin playing around, but Sarah's face went white. His name was Tyler, and he was absolutely her son. We left the reception early, went back to our hotel suite. I was in shock. She was crying. Why didn't you tell me? I kept my voice level, controlled. I was scared, she whispered, scared you'd judge me, that you'd think I was using you. The story came out in pieces. She'd gotten pregnant at 17. The father disappeared. Her parents kicked her out. She gave birth at 18, raised Tyler alone while working 3 jobs and putting herself through nursing school. When Tyler turned 15, he moved in with his grandmother upstate so Sarah could focus on her career. They talked weekly, but she kept him separate from her dating life, from our life. I was going to tell you, after the wedding. I needed you to marry me first, to know it was real.
I didn't sleep that night. The next morning, Sarah sat me down again. Tyler was with her. "There's something else," she said. "Oh, God. What now?" "Tyler's been accepted to medical school, Johns Hopkins, full ride, except for living expenses and books, about $40,000 a year." Silence. "He's been working 2 jobs trying to save up," Sarah continued, her voice shaking. "But it's not enough, and his loans, they denied him because of his grandmother's medical debt." I stared at Tyler. He wouldn't look at me. "Are you asking me to pay for it?" I said flatly. "I'm asking you to help your stepson," Sarah said. "He's family now." $40,000. That was nothing to me. I spent more than that on a watch last month. But this felt like a test, a trap. "Did you know about this before you married me?" I asked her directly. "Yes," she admitted. "I knew he got accepted 2 months ago." The room tilted. "So this whole time, the wedding, the vows, you were planning to ask me for money?" "No," she grabbed my hands. "David, I love you. This isn't about money. It's about giving my son a chance I never had. You have the power to change his entire life. Doesn't that mean something to you?" Tyler finally spoke. His voice was quiet, tired. "I didn't ask her to do this. I told her not to. I don't want your money, man. I'll figure it out on my own." He stood up and walked toward the door. "Tyler, wait!" Sarah called after him. But he was gone. She turned to me, tears streaming down her face. "Please, just meet him, get to know him, then decide." I spent the next 3 days thinking, barely talked to Sarah, couldn't look at her without feeling betrayed. But I kept thinking about Tyler, about the look on his face. He didn't want to be there, Didn't want to ask for anything. So I did something I rarely do. I investigated. Called a private investigator. Had him pull everything on Tyler Rodriguez. What I found broke me. Tyler had been working 60-hour weeks for 2 years, overnight shifts at a warehouse, weekend EMT training. He'd saved $18,000, had applied for 47 scholarships, won 3. His high school teachers wrote letters calling him the most determined student they'd ever taught. He'd scored in the 99th percentile on his MCATs. This kid was extraordinary, and he'd done it all without a father, without money, without help, and I was punishing him for his mother's mistake. I called Sarah, told her to bring Tyler to my office. When they arrived, Tyler looked exhausted, defeated. I slid an envelope across the desk. "Open it," I said. He hesitated, looked at his mom. She nodded. Inside was a check for $200,000. "That's for all 4 years," I said. "Tuition, living expenses, books, whatever you need." Tyler stared at it, then at me. "I can't accept this." "Yes, you can, and you will." "Why?" His voice cracked. "You don't even know me." I stood up, walked around the desk. "Because I was you. Different circumstances, but I know what it's like to fight for everything, to have the odds stacked against you. And I know what it feels like when one person believes in you enough to give you a shot." I put my hand on his shoulder. "Your mom made a mistake. She should have told me about you from the beginning, but that doesn't change the fact that you earned this opportunity. You did that. Not her, not me. You." Tears ran down his face. "There's one condition," I added. He wiped his eyes. "What?" "You let me be your stepdad. For real. Not because of money, because I want to know the person my wife raised, and because I think you could teach me a few things about resilience." Tyler laughed through his tears, nodded. Sarah was sobbing now too. "Tyler starts at Hopkins next month. We have dinner every Sunday. He calls me when he needs advice. I call him when I need perspective. Sarah and we're in therapy, working through the trust issues. It's not perfect, but we're trying. Sometimes the family you choose is the one that chooses you back."